Flosstube, I'm Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and it is Sunday, February 3rd. I have been excited to make this new video because I want to show you my new project, which I am completely and totally obsessed with. This is Riolis number 858. There is not a name in English on the kit itself, but Amazon lists it as cat with clock, so that's what I'm going to be calling it. I started this about 6 or 7 days ago, and I can't put it down. I don't know why I love this project as much as I do, but I am just smitten. And if you look at the pattern on the cushion the cat is standing on, the hearts on the clock, there are just so many little details with this that I love it. It's irrational how much I love this silly little kit. Christine of Stitch All the Things commented in one of her recent Flosstubes about Ava and how Ava takes a lot of concentration to stitch on and goes more slowly. This one is the exact opposite of that. It is stitching up quickly, and if you've seen the projects I like to work on, you'll understand the significance of this. This project only has 9 colors. I am loving how much detail and what a neat image they got with just those 9 colors. And I'm kind of at the stage where I'm wanting to drop everything to work on Clock with Cat, and honestly that's fine, because at the rate I'm going I will have it done in a couple of weeks and I can jump right back into everything else, and this is not a problem. I've done some more on my hedgehogs. I've been working on the shrubbery around the outer edges. Still love this one just as much as I did, but the cat is taking up my stitching time. I have been looking on Amazon, and there is another Riolis still life that I absolutely fell in love with. It is a still life with a wheel of cheese. The only reason, besides trying to be good and not buy more stash than I need, that I have not bought still life with cheese already, I'm sure it has a name, is that it's on black fabric. And I haven't stitched on black fabric in years. I'm a little afraid of whether or not my eyes can take it, but maybe if I get the hedgehogs done and the cats with clocks done and something else, I can justify it. The socks I showed you in my last video, the ones where we spilled a whole bottle of Elmer's glue on the yarn and had all of that drama, I finished them. I've been wearing them, so they went to the grocery store with me yesterday running errands, and I decided I really didn't need to pull dirty socks out of the laundry to show on Flosstube, but they're done, they work, the glue came off, that all ended well. And I've started a new pair of socks, this time in red for Valentine's Day, because why not? I am also in my plan to push myself out of my comfort zone a little more, signing up for Sock Madness this year. Sock Madness is a competitive sock knitting event on Ravelry. You get a pattern. You are assigned to, everyone gets the qualifier pattern. If you complete that one, you're assigned to a team, and then I think there are 13 or 14 pairs total. As each pattern is released, people compete to knit the pair the fastest, and people are eliminated. It's set up in teams so that there are slow teams and fast teams, and if you're on a slow team, you're not competing immediately against the people who can do socks in the blink of an eye. I've done this twice before. The farthest I've ever made it is through the second pair of socks, because it's brutal. You have to follow the pattern exactly as written. And the designers put in interesting cast-ons and interesting techniques, and the whole point of the thing is to try new skills and to challenge yourself, and I don't know if I'm up for the challenge this year or not. I wasn't watching the calendar and missed sign-ups for last year, so I'm going to try. I'm going to see how far I can get, and I'm not going to beat my... I'd like to get through at least the first pair of socks. We'll see. I'll keep you updating. If that's something you're interested in, it's free to participate in. The group is Sock Madness Forever, I think is the name of it on Ravelry. I'll put a link in the description below. It is not something to do if you've never knit socks before, because even for sock knitters who are way past my skill level, which my skill level's not that great, it's hard. It is designed to be challenging. I finished the shawl I was working on. This is the leftovers from the campsite shawl that I knit for myself last year. And I just cast on, made a triangular shawl until I came pretty close to running out of yarn, and I'm going to donate this to the Prayer Shawl Ministry at my Aunt Nita's church. If you remember, a couple of months ago, I was knitting a shawl called Halfway Home, and I fell in love with it and decided not. It was going to be for the Prayer Shawl Ministry, but I decided that I loved it and couldn't give it up. And I felt guilty about keeping it, and I promised myself, because I'm the only one who knows about this or cares, except I told you guys, that I would knit another one. So I am starting the second one from some of my Hobby Lobby clearance yarn. I've got several skeins of this, so I'll just make it as big as I can with the yarn that I have. I made a thing. This is, please tell me you recognize that this is a nail polish bottle. It is not a baby bottle, it is not a cherry, it is not any of the other things that my husband thought it would be. I sewed this out of pencil cases from the Dollar Tree. Got 2 red pencil cases for the polish, a black one for the lid, and a clear one for the air space. And I worked it so that you can use the zipper from the bag, so you have a zipper without sewing a zipper. My previous videos, the tutorial for this, I'll add a link if you want to check out how to do that. The vinyl is fiddly and hard to work with, but I think it's cute. And this is one of those projects that in previous years, most of the time, I will buy the materials and then spend days and days talking myself out of it or thinking of ways to do it differently. And of course, as soon as I got this done, I thought of a way I could have done it better to have the neck of the bottle not quite as wobbly as it is. But I finished it, I did the video, I shared it with the world, and this is going to my daughter belatedly for her birthday. I'm going to insert a picture here. I finished Girl with Cosmos. I actually finished her before we left on our vacation last week. We took a short little trip over to Sisters, and I put her in a safe place so that nothing would happen to her, and I lose a lot of things in safe places. So she is around here and somewhere. I was not in a hurry to frame her, so other than being a little concerned about where she might be, I'm not worried about it. It just would have been nice to have her to show in the video. I've been working on her since last February. And it's not that she took that long, it just was, there were other things. I project jump, and I believe I counted this morning at 7 active projects right now. 3 of them are knitting, 4 are cross stitch. And while everybody else is doing their What's the Stitchers Coven Got Going Whiplash, and Michelle Bendy is not starting any new things, I'm starting new things, and I'm having fun with it. And I get to do that. I went to the thrift store yesterday, found myself, and I love it. This is the kind of vintage crewel kit that I am out there looking for. They had a couple of others, but they wanted $8 a piece for them, and they were not cute enough to justify $8 a piece. I think my wishing well is still over here. I would have paid $8 for the wishing well, which, no tag left on it. Oh, it was $1.99. I'm not paying $8 for ones that I just sort of like, because I have a lot of kits. Somebody got rid of their DMC stash, and I don't know if this was a good purchase or not, but it came home to live with me. There was the floss box, and then there were 3 of these bags full. One is mostly greens, one is mostly browns, One is mostly blues. They are pretty much all DMC. There's some pearl cotton in here and a couple of other skeins that I can't identify, but for 12 bucks I got 213 skeins, so that works out that it was cheap. It was whether or not I needed it, and I've been wanting to play around with embroidering some landscapes, so having cheap floss that I can play with without going, oh, this was 56 cents a skein or whatever it is now, I'm hoping will give me the freedom to do that without stressing as much as I might, but we'll see. That's the plan. Other super big huge news in my little corner of the world, we got a Dollar Tree in town. I live in it's a pretty small town. We have a McDonald's and a Taco Time, and that's about it for fast food. I think we have a Figaro's Pizza. We have a Buy Mart and a Safeway and a locally owned grocery that's not great. So Dollar Tree, we got a Dollar General last year, and I don't like Dollar General. Something about it just doesn't make it the place I want to go shop. So we got a Dollar Tree, and I'm not going to have to drive 15 miles to get my son's cheese puffs. I'm excited about this. I have 3 teenage boys. And I don't think that the Dollar Tree's cheese puffs are any less good for you than the Walmart cheese puffs. So I'm excited about the Dollar Tree. I have been, since I did my Dollar Tree sticker needle minder tutorial, someone showed on their Instagram feed that there were stickers similar to the mason jars with perfume bottles. I have been to 8 different Dollar Trees, I think, in our area looking for the stickers. Have not seen, except for the 1 sheet of mason jars I bought in Lebanon, I have not seen them anywhere. New Dollar Tree, I got the jewelry, or the perfume bottles. I am giddy. I should not be giddy about this maybe, but, and they also had these decorative bottles, and I got some more mason jars. So I know that a couple of you who watch my Flosstube videos have told me you were looking for the mason jars. I bought an extra couple of sheets, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up and make up some bundles with a couple of the decorative bottles and the perfume bottles and the mason jars. There are a lot of duplicates in these, and I don't think anyone wants 10, 12 of the same needle minder. So I'm going to make up 5 little packets. They'll probably each have 6 or 8 stickers in them, and I will send them out to those of you who want to make your own needle minders. I'm not making the needle minders for you. I have enough trouble with glue and the X-Acto knife, and if you want to make them, the tutorial is there. If you don't like the way I did it, you can do it however you want to do it, and I will make up 5 bundles of them, and I will pick 5 people from the comments to send them to. If you want your name in the running, leave a comment that says something about needle minders, and I will use the random number generator, do that whole thing. Don't say giveaway in the comment. Don't be under 18 unless you have your parents' permission. Same old what we usually do. I will pick the winners just before doing my next Flosstube video, which will probably be in a week and a half, 2 weeks. Thank you so much for watching. I am gonna go back this afternoon to stitching on my cat with the clock because it's Sunday and I'm not watching the Super Bowl and I have nothing else that is more compelling for me to do. Probably watch Flosstube while I do that, and I think that's it. I'll see you again soon.